Hi ladies, so mom and I went dress shopping. Another thing that's kind of been also going on is in the past couple years I've lost quite a bit of weight, about 85, almost 90 pounds. And I will go ahead and link my Facebook page for that, where I do have some pictures. I did start a Facebook page kind of to catalog my journal. I had a lot of people asking me, how have I been doing it? The reason it's pertinent to this conversation is because the size of dress that I now wear apparently is a very common size, and so I got to try on over 20 different dresses that were in my price range of $200 or under. There were a few that I really liked, so when it came down to it, I had to think, not only is this a budget wedding, it is a quick wedding. We are planning on getting married in September, and it's middle of July, so I have a lot of planning to do, not a lot of time, and not a lot of time to come up with resources. But back to the dress. I found one that I liked. It was beautiful. It was originally $700 and it was marked down to $149. There does need to be some alterations. Given the weight loss, I'm still a little self-conscious of my arms. They're not quite as toned as I'd like them to be. And so they're going to add some little sleeves on it for me. There was also the issue of a bustle in the back. There was none. So one does have to be added, and it does have to be hemmed. It was a little long. I don't plan on wearing heels. I think I would probably kill myself. So there was that. But the dress is paid for. I had the fitting. It's getting altered as we speak. So in a couple of weeks, I will be picking it up, and I'm super excited. Kurt and I went back over our guest list. We did create a Facebook page, one of the little events, and we invited our very close friends and family. We wanted to keep it rather small, but it still looks like there's going to be at least 50 to 60 people there, quite a bit of it being his family. And I know we're both excited to share this day. So given that, I'm glad that I have more of a food budget now. But another thing that I did find out, the venues, even for the Lions Club, they wanted $375 to $475. And that's almost half my budget, so that was a no-go. The wineries were awful expensive. There was one, if I wanted to spend my whole budget on this place, food would have been provided, the place would have been provided, but nothing else would have come to be. So that was out. Again, I feel very blessed. I spoke with my church. My pastor is going to marry us, and we're going to be married in the church, to rent the Family Life Center for members. It was, let's just say, it fits very well into our budget. It's not very much at all. It was quite a bit less than what I expected. There is a deposit, and one thing Kurt wanted to do was to make sure that we go ahead and include that in our budget, just like we're not going to get it back. On the off chance there is a history with him and glitter, but that's a story for another time. But other than that, I got my dress, so that's one big thing that I can check off. It's done. I do need to work on my headpiece and my veil. As I said, they're non-traditional, so I'm still kind of working that, browsing through Pinterest. Pinterest has been amazing to find some things, but other things, they're getting kind of expensive. Another cost that would help us definitely stay down in our budget would be if we got rid of the photographer. However, this is one day that's going to signify a lot for the rest of our lives. This is our day of marriage. I would like to have it photographed well. I have seen some horrendous wedding pictures. So I've been calling around, trying to find out, minimizing everything so I can make sure just the crucial points are done. You know, even contemplating having somebody meet us on another day to do wedding pictures. I would like to have all the family in the picture because it was rather neat. His brother got married October of last year, and at his wedding there was a whole group picture of all the family, and I think it would be really nice to have that, and hopefully they're all able to make it so we can get that picture. So I've been calling around to some photographers. One happens to be his neighbor, so I'm going to check with her. Another one is a lady that has done portraits in the studio for my boys and I when they were younger. That portrait studio closed, so now she does it on her own. So we're going to also check her out. But one thing I'd like to do for you guys is when I go back for my final fitting, I want to do just a quick video of like all the dresses that they had. There was, I don't even know how many that were within price range, and the great thing is I don't have to depend on the internet for pictures, or hoping that somebody measured their dress right on eBay, or the possibility that something happens and it gets lost in transit, so then here comes the week before the wedding and I have no dress. So these are just some things to think about. So the venue we've planned, we do need to book it. We will probably be doing that shortly, but the dress can be marked off. My mom and I also on the trip up there, we discussed the cakes. I think I have a few flavors in mind that I want to do. I did talk to my boys. I was like, hey guys, you want to be my taste testers? We're gonna be having cake. The only clincher is you have to help me make it. So yeah, that was a bit of a downer for them, but they didn't mind. But until next time, I hope to have a little more planned and be able to give you a little more insight. Thanks.